We are back for a brand new project in our Fairycore world. If you remember last time, we went and built this fairy garden cow pen for our cows, and I mentioned how I wanted to build something separate for our sheep. That way we could get every single sheep color. So that is exactly what we are going to be doing today. Now, this project is going to be a big one because the spot I want to put the sheep building is right over in this area. As you can see, the land is really bad around. So this is going to require a ton of terraforming. Luckily, before I went and started recording, I went and got us some diamond tools and diamond armor and even enchanted it. So we've got better tools to work with today. So we are going to start off by chopping down some trees. Now let's go and do a ton of terraforming. Basically, we want to extend this layer out and connect it to the rest of the hill, as well as fill in the holes around. And now we have our nice and terraformed area. As you can see, there are no holes around and everything looks like it is just supposed to be here. It's just a nice hill all the way around. So now that we have the space to build, we can finally start the building process. So we need to go and collect some materials before we can start building. So the materials we need to collect for this build are calcite, tuff, mushroom stem, bone blocks, sand for glass, crimson wood, and pale oak wood. Now we have all of the materials we will need for our building. As you can see, we are going to be using a lot of white blocks and then mixing in a little bit of color into it just to make the colors pop more. But now we can start building the actual building. So we will start by building the first layer's wall, which is made out of mushroom stem and bone blocks. Then we will add a little roof made out of crimson wood. After that, we will build the second layer's wall, which is made out of calcite and stripped pale oak logs. Let's add some stained glass for the windows and a door, and some extra details to make it not as plain. Finally, we will get some crimson wood to create the outline of a dome, and then add some purple, magenta, and pink glass to create a really cool glass roof. So now we can go and put the interior in. As you can see right now, we have a path of polished tuff and tough brick stairs, and then we have 4 sections of grass around, and it is the same for the upstairs as well. But of course, there are 16 different colors of sheep, so 8 little sections are not going to work for this. So we are going to start by taking some diorite blocks and cutting each of the areas in half. That way now we have 8 sections instead of 4. So now we can go and make the pen. That way the sheeps don't escape. So we're going to start by bringing this part up, and we are going to add a cherry fence and a lantern. And then we are going to add cherry fences all the way across here. And on the last one, we are going to go up 2, put a cherry fence and a lantern. We are also going to take some pale oak trapdoors and put them on top of the cherry fences in the middle. That way the sheeps can't get over. So that is the center of the pen. We're also gonna put cherry fences on these diorite walls as well. And then we can go and add the cherry fences along this side. So we're gonna put 3 here, and then we're gonna add 3 cherry fence gates, and then 3 more. And then we're gonna add 2 diorite blocks again with a cherry fence and a lantern on top. And then for each pen, we are gonna put some carpet on the top of the fences. That way we can get up without opening the gate because, you know, we don't want to accidentally let them out. but then we're gonna have the carpets be what color the sheep is going to be in the pen. So this pen is going to be for the white sheep, and then we just have to repeat that on each of the areas. And now we have a pen for every single sheep color. I also went and did the ones upstairs, so this is what it looks like up here. These sheep honestly have a smaller pen than the ones downstairs, but I think they have a better view with the glass dome. Before we go and actually put the sheep in, I went and outlined a path that connects all the way down to the other path down there. So we are gonna go and change this path out for rooted dirt, coarse dirt, and path blocks to make it match the other path. And now we have a path, which means we can finally go and bring the sheep over. And the sheep pens are full. I absolutely love how this looks with all of the sheep in the pens. It is so cool and very appealing to look at. So this is what the first layer looks like with all of the sheep in, and this is what the second layer looks like with all the sheep in. And here is the dome. As you can see, the sun is setting, so you can see it at nighttime, which is really cool. It's still super lit up and everything, even though I think these sheep have the better room with the dome. I do like the first layer better, just because all of the sheep in the bottom layer are way more colorful than up here, but this still looks cool. Now, even though we put every single sheep color in this building, we are really only going to be using the purple, magenta, pink, and maybe white sheep, just because that's kind of our block palette colors in this world. But if we ever do, for some reason, need the other colors, then we have the sheep for it. Also, I did go and change the bottom diorite block out for a diorite stair, because I realized the sheep can still eat these grass blocks right here, and so we needed some block that would still remain grass, that way it can travel to the others. So I just went and put the grass block in the corners and then put the diorite stair because the sheep can't reach it. So that's like the only change I have made in this area that you guys did not see. But now that we have the sheep building complete, I want to go and get you guys' opinions and thoughts on something for future purposes, because we have two different villages around our area. We have this one over here, which would require a ton of work, as we have this huge ravine type thing in the middle of it, and it is just kind of a big village. And we have this big hill right here, and we have this village right here, which is the village I have been using when I need villagers, but this one will also require some work, as we have another ravine here, which will be pretty easy to work around because it's not like in the center of the village like the other one, but it also has this big hill on it, which I think could be cool, having different layers of the village. But at some point, I would like to go and transform one of these villages. Maybe at some point we'll do both, but for the time being, I want to at least do one of these villages. And so I need help choosing which village we should transform. Both are kind of a good distance away from our home, so traveling isn't too big of a deal since they're both kind of a decent amount of space away. I guess it just depends on which village you like more. If you like the more raised village, or if you like the other one with the more flat base. This village is way more abandoned. They don't have any iron golems or anything going around like that. And we have a good amount of villagers, just most of them are in the houses with jobs. So let me know down in the comments below if we should transform village 1, which is this village, or village 2, which is this one. I will say in relation to our bases, village 1 is closer to our starter base, while village 2 is closer to the tree. As you can see the tree from the village. So those are the two options. Comment below which one you think. I will probably also do a community poll. That way we can get a good vote going. But now that we have everything taken care of, this is going to conclude this episode of Fairycore. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'm having such a fun time building in this world. If you are enjoying, comment below what you want to see me build in this world, because we still have a ton of space left in the flower forest that we need to do something with. If you have enjoyed and you are not subscribed yet, consider subscribing down below and joining us on our adventures. But until then, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!